Welcome to the Marketing Leadership Show. Today we have a very special guest. It's Damien from Peoplewave. Damien, welcome to the show and tell us a little bit about yourself.
Thank you very much. Well, I've spent the last 25 years in marketing and digital, and I guess recently I've kind of stepped a little bit out of that world to actually kind of launch my entrepreneurial venture. I still love marketing, and I'm still involved via the e-consultancy community and attending events like a Marketing Magazine's media forum here. But yeah, I mean, I've done a little bit of everything. A bit of marketing, a lot of digital transformation, and most recently I'm now into the software market.
Fantastic. Tell us a little bit about digital transformation, because this is a big, huge word for a lot of companies and they're sort of grappling, trying to deal with it. What has been your experience doing this in previous roles, perhaps?
Well, I think, first of all, it's painful. I mean, 84% of companies fail at the digital transformation. Number two, digital transformation tends to be code word for how do we cut headcount? How do we cut costs? And from a marketing perspective, I think a lot of marketers are lost with this idea of digital and transformation. So it tends to be that when marketers are looking at it, they're thinking, do I have to shift my media spend towards digital? Do I need to understand new marketing and ad technology? And I think there's a lot of confusion.
And what would be, for example, if you have to give one piece of advice to a marketer today, grappling with this issue, what would be that?
Start to specialize. The reality is, in a few years' time, things like AI, robots, different ways of working are going to fundamentally disrupt what we do. The challenge is a lot of marketers come from a very traditional kind of career path. They've gone in and actually become a great events marketer, or they've become a general marketer in the financial services industry. And I think the future skill set and the future competency is going to shake things up. You need to be strong at digital, an expert in data, but also kind of continuing to learn new things. So, if you can specialize in some of those brand new areas, CRM, data-driven marketing, and so on, and have a continuous learning culture, I think you'll be in a good position.
Fantastic. So it's continuous learning, unlearning, relearning.
Yes.
I guess that would be the way forward.
Exactly. Yes.
What are some of the opportunities you see for a marketer today to take advantage of, for example, a platform or a particular type of technology or a strategy or a tactic?
Well, it really depends what the marketer wants to do. I mean, I would start off by saying focus on the what's in it for me for that marketer. Does that marketer want to become the CMO or want to become the CEO? Well, if that's the case, they need to focus on actually transforming the dialogue around marketing. A lot of CEOs don't take CMOs seriously. They have very high turnover, low tenure, and I think they're seen as the kind of the fluffy part of the C-suite. So if you're a senior marketer and you want to look for the CEO level role, focus back on the business. Make sure that you're the driver of that, you're the voice of the customer, using data to kind of back up your assertions, and stop talking about silly things like impressions and brand and reach. Focus on the business metrics that matter.
Yeah.
But if you're talking about the rank and file like everybody else, there's no real technology I think you need to embrace, but fundamentally move away from gut feel into more data-driven. Back up your assertions with strong ROI and make sure that everything you do is kind of technology-enabled.
Yeah, I think ROI is being demanded of a marketer today, and more and more with so many things going on. It is actually easier, but it's still a challenge, I think.
It is, and I don't think marketing is not a science. Marketing is much more of an art, and I think one of the realities of marketing is that often we can't prove our ROI at all. So what's the ROI of a billboard? What's the ROI of TV advertising? What's the ROI of a brand? I mean, I've taken a deliberate decision in my life over the last 6 to 12 months to avoid advertising altogether. I still purchase the same amount of things, I still have the same spending power, but actually my purchases are based on more practical issues like the price of something, the location of something. I'm no longer swayed by big advertising campaigns and all that fluffy stuff. So if you think about it from that perspective, I'm a sample size of one, but think about the rest of the world out there. They're actually equally pragmatic views of how to buy stuff. Right. So how does the role of marketing kind of become a bit more kind of serious about ROI and focus on the things that matters to consumers?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I remember Gary Vaynerchuk, when he was asked by a client about ROI, he turned around and asked the client back, what is the ROI of your mother?
Okay.
You know, how do you quantify,
Yeah.
something that's unquantifiable in many ways?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't know Gary at all, but I'm sure there was a context to that as well. But I think if you look at it, in a business world, there is ROI, and I think if you're in a sales role, you're a CFO, you have a very clear view of I'm going to spend something, I'm going to make something in return. Marketers don't always have that shared view. It's like, and again, maybe it's the commonality of language. It's brand marketers talk about reach and frequency, impressions,
metrics.
click-through rates. Why social media likes even matter. But so often when you can't tell a positive business story, you go back to telling a positive marketing story. And you're right, the vanity metrics start to pop up instead of the real business metrics.
Yeah. So what's next for you personally? What is 2018 and onward 2019 looking for you?
Well, I mean, I've had a huge kind of sea change in life, and I've gone from a big corporate job into running a small enterprise. And for me, it's about taking the practical, the theoretical and the high-level marketing skills and making it very practical. Which is, I've actually now got a 17-person team. We're fully kind of focused on things like online demand generation. So I'm personally getting things like Google certified, understanding how to, use Google Analytics to actually the full funnel management. And that's fun. I love doing that. I love kind of rolling up the sleeves. So it's about growing that business, sharing some of the insights off the back of growing that business, and trying to be enormously successful in something new.
Fantastic. Well, thank you, Damien. Thank you for joining. I wish you all the best.
Thank you very much.
And I appreciate your time today. And I wish you all the best and look forward to a fantastic year ahead.
And you too. Thank you.
Take care.